The Wither is one of two boss mobs in Minecraft, the other being the Ender Dragon. The Wither can be summoned in two ways. First, you place Soul Soil in this pattern, or you can also place Soul Sand in this sort of pattern. Make sure there are no blocks here, so if that was there, you'd have to remove it. You'd have to make sure that it's empty like that. Next, you place two skulls. Now, placing the skulls is very important. I could just simply place like that. Boom. The skulls have to be the last item. See? It no longer works. The last thing you have to place must be the skull. Watch this. See? And then it'll be summoned. Now we'll talk about where you get these items. First thing you must do is find yourself a nether fortress. Once inside the nether fortress, you want to be looking for wither skeletons. Once you have found a wither skeleton, kill it. I recommend using a looting 3 sword. This is because wither skeletons have a very low chance to drop wither skeleton skulls, which are used to craft the wither. So they have an extremely low drop chance. The best way to get them is a looting 3 sword. Now, you can use a regular sword, but I recommend using looting 3 and quickly fighting them. Even there, I did not get a skull, as you can see, so we'll have to try again. Also, if you are very low on soul sand, just head to a soul sand valley and you'll find plenty of soul soil and soul sand. When hunting for wither skeletons, it's very beneficial to find areas like this. It's exposed and open, and it's a 4 crossway. This has the highest area of spawning wither skeletons. After you have acquired 3 wither skeleton skulls and 4 soul sand or soul soil, you can head back to the overworld to prepare to fight the wither. Now, for armor, I recommend full diamond armor. Full diamond armor is probably the best, or you can get full netherite. And if you really are worried about the wither fight, I recommend even getting full protection 4 on your armor, which will really help you in the fight. I also recommend getting a sword with smite 5 or 4, although 5 is the best, but a bit harder to get, and a bow with power 5 if you prefer. Now, a bow with power 5 or power 4 will help out quite a lot. For potions, I recommend a potion of strength and potions of healing. Potions of healing will be very handy because the wither does quite a bit of damage if you get too close. And potions of strength will help you just finish the fight off faster. I also recommend eating a golden apple before the fight, and if your health gets low. And if you're very low health and have the wither effect, drink a milk bucket. This will cure your nether effect, but will also get rid of your other potion effects. Though I do have to say, be careful, as the wither applies the Withering 2 effect, which makes it harder to see your hearts, and you'll also lose health no matter how far away you are from the wither. Now, in Java Edition, the wither has 150 hearts, and 300 health. So, 1 heart is 2 health. And the wither actually has more health than the Ender Dragon. The Ender Dragon only has 100 hearts, 200 health. For example, the Minecraft player has 10 hearts, but only has 20 health. Though in Bedrock Edition, the Wither is much stronger. The Wither has 300 hearts and 600 health. So if you're in Bedrock Edition, this strategy might not work as well for you, but I found a really good tutorial for a wither farm that you can craft instead. The link to that video will be in the description below. Now, to fight the wither, you'll kind of want a very long hallway. Now, this is quite short, so if you're fighting it, I recommend making it quite longer. If you aren't too prepared, I recommend making it quite a lot longer. That way, the wither will slowly break blocks coming towards you. That way, you have more space to back up and slowly deal damage. Now in stage 1, the wither will be able to fly. It'll go high up into the air, but that also means it can be hit with a bow. In this stage, I do recommend shooting it with a bow, as that's the safest and fastest route. After that, arrows will no longer work, and you'll have to use a sword. So, I'll just start the fight here. Totems of Undying are very handy if you're in hardcore too. So, when the Wither first summons, he'll be like this. He'll be immune to all attacks. I recommend getting quite far back, as this is him charging up. When he is done, he'll release quite a large explosion. And yes, he might shoot you, but once he locks onto you, he should... Alright. Yes, he should slowly break blocks coming towards you like this, making it very simple to just attack him as he gets closer. But you see here, he's slowly approaching. Maybe drink a strength potion to make it faster. As you can see, he's reached his second phase. Arrows will no longer harm him, and you'll have to use a sword. And his health is going quite fast with my Smite 5 sword. As you can see, when you get too close, you will get the Wither effect. So you'll get Wither 2, and your hearts will turn black and you'll take damage. Now, it's going to hurt for quite a while. So maybe eat a golden apple, and if you don't apply strength, maybe drink that milk bucket. Oh boy. And yeah, don't get too far, otherwise you might lose interest in you, and then it's going to be quite a hard fight to finish. So try staying close to him. Though, if you're in Bedrock Edition, he does a lot more damage, so be a lot more careful there. Where in Java, this strategy works quite well, though it's not 100% reliable, but it works good enough. Once you defeat him, he will drop the powerful Nether Star. The Nether Star can only be crafted into one item, that is, the beacon. And also, you can break it with your fist, actually, if you don't want to use a pickaxe. Even though there's obsidian in the crafting. See, obsidian right there on the bottom, and somehow you're able to break it with your fist. I don't understand why this happens, but it's handy. When the beacon is in this phase, you need to power it. There's multiple effects you can use once you power it. So when it's in level 1 power, you can either give speed or haste. An example of that is, you just build it in a 3x3 like this, using iron, diamond, emerald, or gold. Now, if you're crazy enough and want to take on the challenge, you can build a giant beacon out of netherite blocks, though that might take a long time. Now, when it's in its first stage here, you can actually choose speed or haste. Though, to activate this power, you have to sacrifice 1 diamond, iron, gold, emerald, or netherite. Click accept, and now, I chose speed, so I will have the speed boost. Now I'm a bit faster. Though, if we were to power it up, we could either choose speed, haste, jump boost, or resistance. And then you can place the beacon on top like this. Again, for this, you can use any of the ore blocks I mentioned, though copper and coal, lapis, and redstone do not work. So here you can see we've unlocked resistance, jump boost, haste, and speed. So go ahead and pick which one you want the most. So I chose jump boost, and now I have jump boost. And now you can place the beacon on top, and now we unlocked strength also. Strength is actually really handy, though if you put this somewhere like your house, where it's very safe, maybe don't choose strength, because that way, well, if you're not fighting any monsters, you probably don't need the effect. There, we have built a fully powered beacon. So we can place the beacon on top, and now we can choose regeneration, or the 2 version of it. The most powerful one is haste, as it gives you almost insta-mine with a diamond efficiency 5 pickaxe, allowing you to mine faster than you can in creative mode. Survival mode, watch how fast this mines. It's almost gone instantly. Though if we were to switch back to creative mode, it's a bit slower, and this is actually a lot faster. Good if you're creating a large underground base or something like that, or just want to go on a mining trip. Though there is more you can do with beacons. You can actually add onto this. And it doesn't matter. You can use a half beacon out of diamonds, and then the other half of the beacon be out of emeralds, and then maybe if you build a half a beacon out of iron, the next layer diamond, the next layer emerald, and the next layer gold, that'll look pretty cool too. So if you build it out like this, one more, you can actually have a second beacon, and that will also be at full power. So using a lot less blocks to get full powered beacon. Actually, you can just keep doing this, making it like 5 beacons all built together. And it saves a lot of ore, though you can't have them all spread out. They all gotta be close like this. But you see here, all 3 of these are fully powered, even though the beacon size is technically only for 1, which is the gold blocks. The emerald blocks are what's actually added on. It actually changes the color of this beam. So if you put it like that, it changes color. And if you want, solid blocks like this will actually stop the beam, and you'll actually no longer get the effect from it. So yeah, like that. So here it's light blue, and here it switches to lighter, darker blue. See the difference? That one went through a light blue, and that one went through only a dark blue. Notice the color difference here. So with this, you can actually make real cool light shows with them, because you can move them with pistons to create a bunch of different color changing light, which I think is super awesome. Though the wither actually can do one more helpful thing. So let's say you summon the wither around a bunch of animals. Because the wither will attack any living creature, it will sadly attack these cows. So, sorry cows. Now, there is actually a reason to do this, and it's more for if you want to create farms. As for any animals that the wither kills, they will drop wither roses. Now, the wither rose acts like a flower, so you can actually plant it only on dirt or other surfaces that you can plant flowers on. Though the wither rose is unique, as if you walk on it, if you actually walk over top of the wither rose, you'll get the wither effect. It won't do much damage, but if you stand on top of it, the damage adds up fast. This is also true for other mobs, as they too will take damage. And drop their items. Oh, so hostile mobs also take damage from wither roses. Did you know that there's actually a painting of the wither? Let me find it. It's here somewhere. This one. So this isn't actually the wither itself, but instead how you actually summon the wither. So if you place the soul sand here, and because I don't want to summon one, but yes, they're very similar as you can see. So this is the painting actually shows you how to craft the wither if you don't know. Another fun fact about the wither is it's actually inspired from another game called Terraria, and the inspiration came from how you had to craft or summon the bosses in that game, which gave Notch the idea for the wither. But yes, the wither summoning mechanics were inspired from Terraria, another really great game I recommend you check out if you like Minecraft. It's very similar to Minecraft, but it's 2D, though it has a bunch more bosses and a bunch more gear and swords and weapons to use. Now, on that note, I think that covers everything about the wither. I don't know if there's anything else I have to say about the wither, and its useful facts and stuff, and any other ways to fight it. But next time you fight the wither, be careful, as it's very powerful and can actually break blocks, so summon it far away from your house. I do have to say, the Bedrock Wither is a lot harder and more difficult to fight, so if you're on Bedrock Edition, this probably isn't the best guide, as the withers are a lot different in that game, do a lot more damage, have a lot more health. As I said, there's going to be a link in the description below to a Wither farm for Bedrock Edition. Just a heads up, you do have to beat the Ender Dragon for the farm to work, but I mean, I think you should be good. But because, I mean, the Wither, in my opinion, is a harder boss than the Ender Dragon. Though, I do prefer the Ender Dragon. But, that should be all for this episode. I think I include everything you need to know about the Wither. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to do more episodes of Minecraft Mob Review. If you feel like it, comment down below what mob I should do next. I'm not going to be doing the Ender Dragon. I kind of want to save that one for last. But, yeah, comment down below what mob you think I should do next.